Hey guys, welcome to the new episode of Biology chapter number 4, or it is the last chapter of bio which we are going to learn. And the name of the chapter is Improvement in Food Resources. So let's begin. So, what are the topics that we are going to cover? Food resources, crop variety improvement, crop production improvement, crop protection improvement, and animal husbandry. Okay, so what do you mean by crop variety improvement? What do you mean by crop production improvement? Production in the sense, the things that we need to acquire to increase the production of crops. Crop variety improvement means the things that we need to acquire to increase the field or to increase the yield of various types of crops. And crop protection is how can we protect our plants from the invaders, like we are having pests and weeds and several other factors. Okay, so food resources, there are two resources from which we get food: plants and animals. Without them we cannot get food. Now you might say ki fungus, they also provide us food. Yeah, fungus also provide us food, like we have mushrooms and all. So that fungus, but it is not like we will be able to survive just by eating fungus. No, we need all types of proteins and all types of other essential nutrients from both plants and animals. So plants and animals are major source of food. Okay, next we have that all living organisms need food for their health, growth and development. So food is very necessary to gain energy. Without food we cannot do any of the work. We will simply die. And food provides us nutrients like carbs, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals, as I told you. Why do we need to improve the food resources? Now see, if I ask you from where are you getting food, you might say ki market. Many farmers come over there, they sell their products. But what if they stop cultivating? What we will get? They won't be able to provide all the essential things, like all the, what if all the farmers started selling only one kind of vegetable? Will we purchase only one kind of vegetable from all the farmers? Like if we will purchase that vegetable from first farmer, then why will we purchase the same vegetable from second? So these people will have losses, and in addition to that we will also have loss, that we will not get essential nutrients and all the materials that we need. So we need to improve various food. But in the sense of improving, I'm talking about in terms of farmers. Farmer need to improve food resources, because if they didn't, if they cultivated something and half of it get damaged due to high temperature, due to maybe insufficient amount of fertilizers, manure, due to this that reason, so all their hard work, all their mehnat, whatever they have done, it would be vanished away. So that's why they need to improve their food resources. And how will they improve it? So see, there were two major revolutions that were introduced. First was green revolution, second was white revolution. Green revolution was introduced during 19th, and why it was introduced? Because farmers were not getting the sufficient yield. So Green Revolution was the revolution. It was the program launched in India and in many countries also, to boost the production of food materials. And by how will they boost the production of food? By using modern technology, irrigation methods, and improved seeds, that is higher yielding variety seeds, HYV seeds, using fertilizers and all. While white revolution, this white revolution was in terms of dairy development program. Now see, production of milk was there, but to increase the production of milk, some food materials were introduced to provide them to the livestock, and then by eating they will provide more milk. So these two sustainable methods were introduced, okay, in the country, to improve the food resources. Improvement in crop yields. So how the crop yields were improved? So see, First, you have cereals. Cereals in the sense wheat, rice, maize, millets, sorghum, these all things. And what they do, they provide us carbs. So now how food crop yields were improved. Crop yield improvement means uh, just to increase the production of crop yield. Now you have planted one crop, it should not get damaged by several other calamities and other reasons. So what can you do to improve them? So you can use these seeds, you can use fertilizers and all and all. So it is all about that. Now let's learn some types of crops. So see, there are majorly five types of crops. And what are they? Let's see. First, you have cereals. Cereals means you have wheat, rice, maize, sorghum, bajra, jowar, and so many things which provide us carbohydrates. So these cereals, they are very necessary. They provide us carbohydrates. Then you have pulses. By pulses like pigeon pea, gram, black gram, green gram, lentils, dal, several dals. These all lentils and all the pulses. They provide us protein. Oilseeds, we have sesame, mustard, sunflower, soybean, groundnut. They provide us fat. Like vegetables, spices, cardamom, cinnamon, carrot, orange, spinach, apple. These all provide us carbohydrates, fat, proteins, minerals, vitamins in extremely small amount. Fodder crops, they are the crops that are given to livestock or cattle. For example, oats, bersam, Sudan grass. Crop seasons. Now different types of crops are grown in different kind of season. For example, the rabi crops, which include wheat, gram, peas, as well as lean seeds and all. So these all crops are grown in specifically winter season only, because they don't need much heat, they don't need much water, they don't need humidity and all. Okay, that's why they are grown in winter season. While some crops are there like paddy, you have cotton, you have black gram, pigeon pea, maize, rice. These all crops are grown in rainy season because they need much more water. And zed crops means the one crop which don't need any kind of, well, not need much water, not need much less temperature, very high temperature. So they are called Z crops which are grown in summer season. So different crops require different condition, temperature, moisture, etc. for growth. Different photo periods during means a period photo periods means duration of sunlight for their growth and completing their life cycle. So it was all about. So see, rainy season consists of how many months? June, July, August, September, October. It consists of 5 months. So within this 5 months, these crops like paddy and all they grow. Okay. So the crops such as watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, pumpkin, bitter gourd, these all are grown in summer season. Okay, so it was all about that. Kharif crops are grown between June to October. Rabi crops are grown between November to April. And Zaid crops, they are grown between March to June. Now some direct question from this chapter. What is the duration of Rabi season? Just now we saw the duration of Rabi season is from November to April. November, December, January, February, March, April. Name any two Rabi crops. You can say maize, gram, peas, mustard. Then what you have? What is the duration of Kharif crops? It is just very easy. June to October. Do Kharif crops, paddy, rice, maize, anything. Approaches which enhance crop yield as following. So now what we can do to enhance the crop yield? So first of all, to enhance crop yield, we should use some chemicals. We should increase the variety. We should increase crop variety. We should increase crop production, and we should try to avoid all the. We should try to avoid all the things, and we should focus on protecting the crop. So these three things are there: crop production variety improvement, crop production improvement, and crop protection improvement. Here crop variety improvement, protection, production. Okay. You just have to remember three words: variety, production, protection. Variety, production, protection. Variety, production, protection. Crop variety improvement. Now how can you improve the crop variety? So to improve the variety of the crop, you need to follow some major steps. So very first thing is about hybridization. Now what do you mean by hybridization? It is a simple process of crossing between two or more genetically dissimilar plants to produce a new variety of plant with a very good property of both the crops. Let's say you have plant A and plant B. And plant A, it needs a lot of water. It requires a lot of water and all. Well, crop B, it requires less water, but it get attacked. Means it can be easily damaged by all the germs, all the pests and all, and it is not that healthy. So if you want the characteristic, yeah, you want less water and you want healthy plant, so you will crossbreed between them. You can't say breed, but you will do crossing between these two plants, that too by improving their genes in lab, and then again growing the crop by tissue culture method. So this is hybridization. Hybridization consists of three sub processes. First is intervarietal, means crossing between the plant of two varieties. Interspecific means two species belonging to same genus, and intergeneric means species of different genus. I will give you one example of intergeneric: potato and tomato. Potato and tomato, they have same genus Solanum, and they have different. I think they have different specific species. They have different species between species of different genus. Species of different genus. Okay, their genus must be different, right? These are having same genus. So let's say potato and potato, and what you have is cabbage or cauliflower. So when you will intergeneric, when you crossbreed them, then you will get something else. Interspecific means between two species belonging to same genus. In interspecific, you will take one example of potato and tomato, because they have same species. Two species belong. They have same genus, that is Solanum, but their species is different. So tomato is the answer. Intervariety means two varieties of plant. Two varieties means you can crossbreed between flower and vegetable, anything like that. Okay, now introduction to genes. So see, everyone know what a gene is. A gene is like, it provides desirable characteristics to the plant and is introduced to this process. It is the thing that consists all the characteristics of the plant. As a result, we obtain genetically modified plant. Then what you have, ये है tomato, means this is the tomato having potato at the roots and tomato at the top. Hybridization. So grapes, you can see this: green grapes, red grapes, and indigo, violet, whatever the color is, jamun. Now here you have brown rice. या फिर rice is of two types, right? One is white rice, one is brown rice. Brown rice is then cross breeded rice, a hybridized rice, which contains vitamin A. Then you have genetically modified species, and like this they are corns. Corns can be seen like this normally, and if you crossbreed between them, you will find several colors and several different textures. And onions are also intergenetically modified, genetically modified. Good and healthy seeds. Now what if you want very good and healthy seeds? So what will you do? If you have higher yield, means to increase the productivity of the crop per acre. So what good and healthy seeds can do? So they can increase our yield, they can increase the quality of the crop or the product of the crop. Biotic and abiotic resistance, for example, if good seed is there, so no plant can eat it. Sorry, no any pest can eat that seed, or whatever the crop that is grown from that seed. No pest can harm it. Then abiotic resistance means temperature cannot have any impact on that plant and all. So biotic and abiotic resistance. Here one example I would like to give is BT cotton. If any pest eat that cotton leaves or anything of the cotton, that pest itself will die, but nothing will happen to the plant. Why? Because it is modified plant, BT cotton. So this is about all. Crop production reduces due to biotic abiotic factors. Varieties resistant to these factors can improve crop production. Wider adaptability means it can be grown in any kind of terrain, any kind of physiology, any kind of region, anything. Desired agronomic traits. Now agronomic means agricultural traits. Means if you want the plant according to yourself, like you will design the clothes by ourselves, right? We want this, that. So in similar way you can design your own crop. What type of things it should have, what should be the height, what should be its branching level, leaves and all. So what is the name given to crops obtained by introducing a gene that provides desired characteristics? That is genetically modified crops, hybridized crop. Crop production improvement. How can you improve the production of your crops? So see, different farmers have different type of land. Let's say small land, large farm. So they can use different farming practices as well, because in small land you will get small yield, in large land you will get large yield. But if you want very huge yield in a small farm, then you can definitely use several chemicals, which means fertilizers, high yielding variety seeds and many more. The choices of farming practices would depend upon availability of financial resources, money. Hence, the production practices can be divided in different levels. So, what are the different levels of production practices? That is, no cost production. No means you won't need any kind of money. Low cost production and high cost production. So, higher the material, higher the input, higher will be the output. Name the ways by which crop yield can be increased. So the ways that are used to increase the crop yield, that are crop variety improvement, production improvement and protection management. So practices for crop production, they are nutrient management, irrigation system and cropping patterns. So let's get started with it. So very first you have to manage the proper amount of nutrient, and that is by this following chart. I mean, we'll learn about that. Nutrients supplied by air, water and soil. So these are some natural substances or the natural things that provides nutrients to the plants. So via air, plant get carbon and oxygen. Through water it get hydrogen and oxygen, and through soil it get two type of nutrients, that is macronutrient and micronutrient. Macronutrient means the nutrients that it get in a large amount, while macronutrients means the nutrients which is given to plant in a very small amount. So macronutrients includes nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium and sulfur. Total 6 macronutrients are there. And iron, manganese, boron, zinc, copper, molybdenum, chlorine. So total 7 micronutrients and 6 macronutrients. So nitrogen is present in air, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, sulfur and potassium. You have to by heart it. The yield may be affected as plant won't be able to reproduce. So what will happen if these nutrients are lagged in a plant? If plant lacks these nutrients, so first of all yield would be affected and plant growth can be affected by the decrease in nutrients. So plant obtains essential nutrients from air, water and soil. Air provides carbon and oxygen, water supplies hydrogen, soil supplies remaining 13 nutrients to the plants, like 6 plus 7, 13. Nutrient management involves adding fertilizers, manures and etc. to enrich the soil fertility. Macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients, the nutrients which are required in a large amount. Micro means required in small amount. Macronutrient, just now we saw NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, sulfur, manganese. Micronutrient means iron, boron, zinc, chlorine, manganese, zinc, sulfur, etc. Essential for structural, energy transfer and cell functional. Why these macronutrients are necessary? It provides energy to plant, it provides in transfer, energy transfer and cell function. Well, micronutrients they provide these are vital for enzyme function, photosynthesis, specific plant processes, mostly derived from soil. So these micronutrients they are provided to soil by provided to plant by soil, and macronutrients they are given to plant by soil and some form of air and water as well. So what are macronutrients? Why are they called macronutrients? Because macronutrients are essential elements which are utilized by plant in a large quantities. Since they are required in large quantities, they are called as macronutrients. And the 6 macronutrients are NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium and sulfur. So what mineral nutrients are supplied to plant by air, water, and soil? So by air, CO2 and O2, by water, H and O2, and by soil, N, P, K, Ca and Fe. Manure, it is the natural supplying, what we can say, natural fertilizer. It is a natural fertilizer that supplies nutrients to plants to enrich their nutrients, to enrich their quality. Anything we can. Manure is a source of organic matter. Like whatever the organic matter is there, it is source of that. It is made up of organic matter. It supplies small quantities of nutrient to soil. It is prepared by decomposition of animal excreta and plant waste. Types of manures, there are 3 types of manure, that is compost, vermicompost, green manure. Compost is simply processed in which animal excreta like cow dung, kitchen waste, plant remain, waste food, sewage waste, it is decomposed, it is composting. The vermicomposting means the compost prepared by earthworms to hasten the process of decomposition to make it fast, and animal refuse is called vermicomposting with the help of animal refuge. And green manure means some plants like sunhemp, guar, these are cultivated up in a field. They are mulched by plugging in the soil itself, and then this green plant turn into green manure, and they provide nitrogen and phosphorus. How is the use of manure beneficial for our environment? So it helps in recycling biological waste like animal excreta, plant waste. It also increases the water holding capacity of the soil, it improves the fertility of the soil, and do not damage any soil in any form. Fertilizers, they are the chemicals prepared in factories, and they have large amount of nutrients, and they are specifically enriched in that specific materials only, like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Fertilizers are easily absorbed by plants since they are soluble in water, and it is costly also. Manure, it is organic substance, can be prepared at home, but fertilizers cannot be prepared at house. They are made up of natural substances, while fertilizers are made up of chemical substances. Manure have less amount of nutrient, fertilizers have high and concentrated amount of nutrients. They are cheap, they are expensive, manures are slowly absorbed by plant, and fertilizers are easily absorbed by plant. Why are manure and fertilizers used in fields? Manure and fertilizers are used in fields to enrich the soil with the required nutrient. Manure help in enriching the soil with organic matter, provide improved fertility. On the other hand, fertilizer ensure a healthy growth and development in plant. They are good source of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Organic farming, how the organic farming is done. Organic farming is done by using organic materials like manure, bio agents such as blue-green algae, biofertilizers, neem leaves, turmeric as biopesticides. Farming practice which involves no use of artificial chemicals, fertilizers, and pesticides, and completely relies upon organic matter is known as organic farming. Cropping patterns. Now there are three major cropping patterns: mixed cropping, intercropping, crop rotation. So very easy. It's extremely easy. It's a piece of cake. Mixed cropping means any type of plant is grown on the same piece of land anywhere you wish. Intercropping means one row of this plant, a second row of this plant, third row of this plant. Then again the process is repeat. So it is like this. Soybean, maize, millet plus cowpea. Then again soybean, maize, millet, cowpea. Soybean, maize, millet, cowpea. Like this. Intercropping means anywhere, anything. Wheat and gram, wheat and mustard, groundnut and sunflower, anything. Crop rotation. Crop rotation is like a policy of growing crops based on one season after another season. For example, if I cultivated rabi crop, then after that I will immediately cultivate the another crop, whether it is kharif or zaid. Then again, based on seasons, I will be cultivating the plants. This is known as crop rotation. Growing beans 1 year, followed by tomatoes year 2, then sweet corn year 3, before planting beans in the same spot again following year. Cropping pattern. So you can see, have a look: mixed cropping, intercropping, and crop rotation. What is the process of growing two or more crops in a definite pattern? It is intercropping. A definite pattern here. What are advantages of intercropping and crop rotation? So see, intercropping, it helps maximize nutrient use in soil and maintain soil fertility, while crop rotation preserves soil fertility, reduce weed, and minimizes need of chemical fertilizers. The maximum amount of nutrients in soil is used. Fertility, the ability of soil is to maintain plant growth and well maintained. It is one of the natural ways to control pest. Crop rotation, soil fertility is well preserved. Weed and pests are not allowed to grow. Use of chemical fertilizers is reduced. Properties of soil and untouched, and increase in the yield. Next we have about irrigation. Process of supplying water to crop at the regular intervals of time is known as irrigation. Method of irrigation: dug wells are there, tube wells are there, watershed system, canals, river lift system, tank system, rainwater harvesting, drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation. Crop protection management. How will you protect plant? To protect crops against diseases caused by organisms and other harming factors is called crop protection. Method used to control the problem is to store the grains and using pest control. Pest control during growth. So you must have seen people spraying some different chemicals like urea and all over the plant to avoid the pest. Pest is any destructive organism which can destroy or harm the crop or its products obtained from them. So we need to kill these pests. Types of pests. First, weeds. Unwanted plants that are cultivated in a cultivated field, they are weeds like xanthium. Then you must know about congress. Okay. Oh, there is one specific name for that. I don't know about that, but it is the like local name in India. Then you have insects such as grasshopper and birds and all. They harm the plant in following ways. Like they cut the root, they start eating the plant and all. And when they suck the cells up from various parts of the plant, which may damage the plant. Pathogens means bacteria, fungi, viruses. They cause disease in plant. We have seen this disease is caused by several bacteria, viruses to the plant, like ochra is there, red vein, citrus, and many things are there. Storage of grains. Now grains can be stored by using some boric acid. It is also stored by using neem leaves and various methods, whether they are artificial or organic. Storage losses means high losses due to biotic factors like insect, rodents, fungi, mites, mice, so many things. and bacteria. Losses are caused by abayotic also, such as moisture level, unsuitable temperatures. So effect of poor storage quality, deterioration, weight loss, decoloration, reduced germination ability. So see, storage of grains, preventative measures, thorough cleaning and of produced before storage, drying of grains in sunlight followed by sunshade drying, fumigation to kill plants named pests. Importance of proper storage means to ensure years round availability of seasonal food, improve marketability by maintaining green quality. Now here, what do you mean by fumigation of pest? Means it is the method in which that particular area, that particular grain is filled with pesticide and all the pests are killed at one time by using spraying method, or also by using this powder method. Most common is boric acid and all that I know. Checkpoint. So see, white revolution was done for cotton, milk, egg, oil. So it is milk. Checkpoint. Desirable agronomic characteristics for fodder. So see, fodder crops means it is given to cattle, cattle feed, cattle thing, and cattle needs that. So what are the desirable characteristics? Tallness, fodder should have tallness. Yeah, it should have profuse branching, buffness. So profuse branching and tallness. So option D. Checkpoint. Which of the following is biotic stress enzyme? Of course, bacterial attack. Checkpoint. What is micronutrient? So micro, less amount, less amount. Think. Nitrogen is macro, phosphorus is macro, calcium is macro. I think zinc. I think once I am sure it is zinc. Animal husbandry, the last topic. So see, animal husbandry means a scientific management of domestic animals in an efficient manner to obtain food and other useful products from them. For example, cattle farming, poultry farming, fish production, pisciculture, then apiculture. Okay, all these things, beekeeping and all. Cattle farming. What is the purpose of cattle farming? To get a lot of milk, to sell it. Also using cattle for plugging the field, bull cart for transportation, earning money. Types of cattle. See now, very important. This black and white cows which you see, it is the exotic cattle breed. Exotic means foreign cattle breed, while the local cattle breed is like the white cow which you see, and a white one, it is white in color, or some are also red in color. So ये होता है Jersey, Brown Swiss, Holstein. So say types of cattle foreign. So now let's search on Google all these images and all. Okay, are you ready? Okay, let's see. First of all, types of cattle. There are two types of cattle: exotic cattle breed and local cattle breed. Now exotic cattle breed, first you have Jersey, that is foreign. So say here Jersey. What am I doing? Okay, so see this. Wow, this is the Jersey guy. Okay, the color is like brownish one. This is the jersey, not the jersey that footballers wear. No. Then you have brown Swiss. So brown Swiss is something like blackish in color, used for dairy farming and all. Okay. Next you have Holstein Friends. So this black white cow which you see here in the image, it is the Holstein Friends. Let's see some indigenous local breed. Very first you have Sahiwal is this one which you must have seen in several ads also. It is the local breed. And a red Sindhi. Red Sindhi is this one having horns. Okay. Okay, so it is all about milk animals. Milk animals is animals that give milk. Draught animals. Animals that do not cows milk, and they are used for agricultural work. Means they don't give milk, they just used to agriculture work, like what are the draught animals? Let's see some examples. Draught, like bulls, oxen, ox, and all. Then you have lactation period. See, lactobacillus bacteria. All right. The period of milk production between birth of young one and the next pregnancy is called lactation period. So see, it is not like the cow, the Indian cow I'm talking about. Okay, it is not like the Indian cow will give milk all the year, whole year. No, when it gives birth to its young one, और जब उसका बच्चा पैदा होता है, at that time उसका mammary gland में milk secrete होता है at that time, and next time when it get pregnant, again it starts producing milk, and this is known as lactation. Milk production can be enhanced by increasing the lactation period in the cattle. But how to increase? Okay. Okay. So here I saw the lactation period of the cow is 305 days. Means since the birth of the calf, or since from calving. Okay, from calving. From that day till 305 days it will give milk, and after that it will stop giving milk. Then again when it get pregnant, then again it will secrete milk, and again it will give the milk. Okay, so it is about that lactation period. Crossbreeding of foreign breed and local breed can provide cattle with qualities of increased lactation period and resistance to disease. All right, shelter management. Shelter of cattle should be kept neat and clean in order to keep the cattle healthy. Means it should not be, unhygienic. It should be clean. All the cow dung should be properly. What do we call that word? Decomposed. Okay, it should be managed and all. It should be kept clean. The cattle should be kept clean and should be provided with a covered shelter that can protect them from harsh weather. Like there should be a roof over there at the top. It should not be like their cows are sleeping, they are having fun in the scorching summer heat. No, even they need shelter, even they need shadow. The floor of the shelter should be kept dry and clean. If it is wet, then cow might slip and injury might take place. Regular brushing of teeth of cattle should be done, or else bacteria will be there, and then it will not give milk and all. Food requirement: roughage mainly containing fiber. They should give the fiber food like corn, mostly corn, sugarcane also. Cow food is also available nowadays. Nowadays means previously was available only. Concentrates containing protein, they should be given protein. Food contain of micronutrients, vitamins, minerals for enhanced milk production. Protection from disease. Now look at this first condition. It is the virus that acted on the cows. Disease can cause death or reduce in milk production. Parasites are small organisms living inside or outside the body. Outside the host, they derive food from the host. External parasites on skin of cattle cause skin disease. Internal parasites like worm, they cause stomach and intestine problems, and flukes cause liver problems to the cow. Bacteria, virus can cause infectious diseases, and which can be transmitted from one to another. So it's the very worst thing. Even poultry farming. Poultry farming means rearing of hens. Poultry farming is done for egg and meat production. They both provide protein to our diet. Uh, broilers. Broilers is the again exotic breed, and layers is the Indian breed. Birds grown for obtaining meat are called broilers. Broilers are only eaten for having protein. To get protein, for broiler are eaten, and they are exotic breed. Okay, they have very huge muscles. They grow. Is this these chicks? They just become adult within 6 to 8 weeks. Layers, they are like birds grown for obtaining egg mostly. They can be used after 20 weeks when sexual maturity has been attempt to lay egg. So इनको तो ऑटोमेटिकली बच्चे होते हैं by giving chemical ये वो, but these need sexual maturity. Poultry farming. Most of the broilers and layers are crossbreeded. Breeding is done why? Because more and better quality chicks should be provided. Low maintenance. Breeding is done to produce dwarf broilers, meat giving birds. Feeding cost is biggest expense in poultry farm. Dwarf broilers need less food and can reduce cost by 30%. Also, they can tolerate more heat. Indigenous local breed uh, of of uh, of hen or poultry. Asil, Basara, Brahma, Kadaknath, Chittagong. I have heard first time. Exotic breeds is white leghorn. Okay, this is white leghorn. Black Minorca, Rhode Island Red Plymouth. So these are all exotic. Egg and broiler production. Layers. See, they are managed by purpose of getting egg. They are managed for meat. These layers should be able to produce more and more egg of large size without growing too much. Broilers should eat more meat and hence should be grown well. They require enough space and adequate lighting. They require conditions to grow fast and have low mortality. You know the mortality. They should not die so early. They require restricted and calculated feed. Their food requirement is rich in protein, vitamin A and K. What are benefits of poultry farming over cattle farming? So see, it requires less investment compared to rearing of cattle and has less maintenance. Less maintenance, of course. Broilers intake of feed is comparatively very low, requires less food. Poultry farming requires very little water for both drinking and cleaning. Faster growth, higher productivity. So this is the chicken. Fish poultry, fish production, it is also known as pisciculture. Great source of protein is by having fish in your diet. So see, fishing are of two types, mode of obtaining fishes. Capture fishing means naturally living fishes in various water bodies are captured. Means for example, if river fish, ocean fish, they both are captured and they both are mixed and sold in the market. Cultural fishing means fishes of desired variety are cultivated in confirmed areas. Crossbreeding is done with the utmost care to get maximum yield. This is called as aquaculture. Aquaculture can be done in oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. When it is done in ocean, that is called mariculture. Now, what is aquaculture? It means fishes of desired variety are cultivated in confined areas with very huge care. Okay, genetically modified fishes. Fish production on basis of source of water. So marine fishes means ocean and inland fishes means this river. Marine fishes, coastal fishes, offshore or deep sea fishes. So they capture the fish. So this is a breed of fish known as pomfret, tuna, hilsa fish, Bombay duck, eel, mackerel. So these two are mostly eaten in Mumbai. I mean the western part of Mumbai. A lot of people, Konkan side of the Konkan region. Prawn is eaten so exotically, means can't tell how mad people are for eating prawns. Then you have vetki, you have oysters. I haven't eaten this. I haven't eaten these also. Some marine fish of high economic value are also farmed. This include finned fishes like mullets, vetki, and peel spots. Shellfish such as prawns, they are having shells. Yeah, mussels, and oysters. Oysters are also cultivated for pearls. They cultivate pearls, you know, na? Inland fishes means it includes fish production in pond, lake, river, reservoirs, and brackish water. For example, estuaries. You know now what is estuaries? Yeah, the branching of river. This popular freshwater fish variety include rohu, katla, grass crab, common crab, silver crab. Integrated fish culture. Just a little bit. Integrated farming is a sustainable agricultural practice that combines crop production with other activities like livestock, poultry, fishery, or bee. Means it is a farming. It is a sustainable agriculture. Integrated farming is a sustainable agriculture practice. It combines crop production. This approach aims to maximize resource use efficiency, increase farm income, reduce environmental impact by creating a balanced ecosystem within farm. Composite fish culture. Composite fish culture is also known as polyculture. Involves growing of different types of fish in same water. Just now I told you. Fish are selected based on their feeding zones to ensure sufficient use of resources. Then what they will do, they will have one time, they will use different fishes, the one fish that lie at bottom, the one fish that grow or they just move in the middle region, and the fish that always live on top, and then they will be reared as per them. And these fish will not come at the top, these top fish will not go at the bottom, and they will have their own life. Okay, so surface feeders is catla, silver crab, carp. Column feeders are rohu. Column feeders means mostly over here they feed. Okay, column at the column side, and rohu and grass crab. Bottom feeders they are my mrigal, common crab. This method allows different fish species to coexist and feed at different levels, optimizing the same ecosystem within pond or water source. Advantage of fishing. More yield. Fishing can provide a significant amount of food, contributing to food security, nutrition, economic benefits. It can have major source of income, like by selling it in communities, coastal areas. Employment: fishermen get employment of catching the fish, selling the fish, processing and all. Sustainable resources, if managed properly, fish population can be renewable resource. Problem of fishing: many fish species only lay egg during monsoon. That is called oh my god, breeding time. I forgot the term. Fish growth, fish breeding, it is something like this only, which limits rapid growth, bursting or something like that. To address this, hormonal stimulation is employed. This method allows fish to reproduce at any time of the year. Mostly they breed at rainy season, during rainy season only. Overfishing: unsustainable fishing practice can lead to depletion of fish stocks, threatening to marine life. Beekeeping, beehive, mostly in other countries, beekeeping is done, not in India at the huge extent. But yeah, it is also one of the important thing. It is the practice of keeping or rearing of milk management and of honeybees on a large scale. Many farmers use beekeeping for additional small income. Also, there are big farmers called apiaries or apiculture bee farms. Beekeeping: apiary, the setting of number of beehives in desirable location in systematic manner that allows maximum pollen and nectar collection. Some common Indian varieties of bee include Apis carina indica, Indian bee, dorsata, rock bee, floral little bee. One Italian variety, Mellifera, is also used in India for commercial. Uh, Advantages of Italian variety Mellifera. Different breed of honeybees are reared for the commercial purpose. Advantages of Italian variety, that is Mellifera: they are having a very high capacity of collecting nectar. They reproduce very fast. They're stingless. They stay in beehive for a long. Honey, it is a dense sweet liquid used in medicines. So it uses sugar also. Also, it is used for eating purpose and all. Used as a source of energy. What are desirable characteristics of bee varieties suitable for honey production? They should be able to collect a lot of honey, or they should produce a lot of offspring. They must remain in their hive for an extended amount of time so that they can collect more nectar and all these things. Think, if there is low rainfall in a village throughout the year, what measures will you suggest to the farmers for better cropping? So, see, if there is low rainfall, then they should go for rabi cropping or Z cropping, or soil moisture conservation. Large amount of humus and organic manure compost should be put in to enrich the soil, of course. Crop rotation and intercropping should be done, and mostly rabi crop or the drought resistant crop should be planted. Efficient irrigation system they should use. They should take water from side by side rivers and all. If rivers are not there, then what they can do, when it sometimes rain, they should store little bit water and all. Think, Chintu Lal is an organic farmer looking to improve his soil fertility. He wants to know whether he should use organic manure or fertilizer. What should you recommend? He is an organic farmer, looking to improve soil fertility. So I would recommend organic manure for following reasons. It has more moisture, organic content, improving and soil fertility. Whereas fertilizers change the nature of soil, and fertilizers are like, for some extent they are good, but they also ruin the natural fertility of the soil. Manure does not adversely affect the plant or the soil if supplied in large quantities. On the other hand, fertilizers adversely affect the soil and plant if supplied in large quantities. Fertilizers, on the other hand, have expensive and provide short-term benefits. Grandmaster rank. So, broiler is used for dash production, good meat production. Then, which one of the following species of honey is an Italian species? This na Mellifera. Yeah, poultry farming is undertaken to rest the following. Of course. This egg production and chicken production. 1 and 2 means option B. So cultivate, ambition, harvest, excellence. So done with the